Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya.
Devaki Nandanaya cha.
Devaki Nandanaya cha.
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya.
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the devotees for tonight's program. So the New Year Eve is, the countdown is about to begin. So no problem. So Hare Krishna. So Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a mention of Atmaha. So today the topic is Atmaha, literally means the killer of the soul. So basically it applies to human being, not other animals. So what we see in the Bhagavatam in the 11th canto, Krishna explains to Uddhava that how in the material world, despite getting this rare human body, how people waste their human life, human form of life. So we'll go around few events in Srimad Bhagavatam. So whereby we'll come to know how Atmaha, exactly what is the literal meaning of Atmaha. So what we see in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has given a good number of qualities of the soul. We'll not go in depth. So all of you must have heard the soul cannot be burned, and it cannot be killed, it cannot be, we can wet it or dry it. So the soul remains the same. So this way there are so many qualities about the soul are spoken. But in the Bhagavatam it is mentioned a person who has got the human form of life, and if he doesn't use in a right way, so such a person is called the killer of the soul. So in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, what we see, when King Parikshit, he was cursed by a small kid of a Brahmana, Shringi. So he was cursed that on the 7th day from today, so the king will be bitten by a takshaka, snake. So there were 7 days notice for the king. Okay. So what we see in our material world, we have 7 days a week. In our childhood, when I was learning, so they used to teach us a poem just to remember 7 days. So it's a Christian poem. Solomon a Grandi, born on Monday, named on Tuesday, schooled on Wednesday, worked on Thursday, married on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Saturday. Yeah, so 7 days. Okay. So there are only 7 days in a week, and that will not give a warning. So those who get the warning, they are literally really unfortunate. So I know one devotee, it's long back. So elderly devotee, he left his body on Saturday. So one of his very dear friend, Langoti Yar, so he had gone to his cremation. So he was literally sobbing, Mera acha dost chala gaya. So what happened next Saturday, he died. So the death gave a warning, bach ke rehna re baba. Okay. So we don't know when the death will come. So material world, everyone is trying to avoid the death. No one wants to die. So कोकणात किती बोलतात जीवनदुलार कोणाचंच कोकणी आहे नाही का भीक मागून खायला सगळे पोर्तुगीज लोक बसला ना ओके कोकणात एक कहावत आहे एक म्हणणं आहे जीवनदुलार भीक मागून खायला माग मरजना ओके whatever it is. So in material world what we see, literally everyone wants to live forever. So in Mahabharata there is a epic one event in which one time one Yaksha he asked Yudhishthira Maharaj, so what is the most wonderful thing in this world? So what he said, ahani ahani bhutani vechanti yamalyam shesha stavar ichanti kim ashare atparam. So every day, literally thousands of people are dying. So now today's census. So the world population, there are 200 plus countries. Anyone knows what is the world population? IQ, general knowledge? Nobody is competing for general. Okay, there are 800 crore world population. Of course, India has 160. We may supersede China in population in near future, whatever it is. So 150 lakh, sorry, 1.5 lakh children are born every day. 1.5 lakh, and 1 lakh people die throughout the world. Today there was a news. Last 6 years there is no childbirth in Russia, and not so easy to believe. Whatever it is. So material world, what we see, birth, death, old age, disease, no one can come out. So here Parikshit Maharaj is asking a question which applies universally to everyone. Ram Naam, don't worry, daro mat. Satya hai, Satya hai. It is 100% sure. Okay? So this way, here Parikshit Maharaj what is asking, see one who is on the verge of death, especially one who is about to die, please let me know what a man should hear, chant, remember and worship. So this way Parikshit Maharaj is asking, so this question is asking on our behalf. So we can't close our eyes in front of death, and no matter what ideas you concoct. So Yamraj, so this applies for those who are not doing devotion service, not for the devotees. So Prabhupada used to tell one story. In Bengal, there was one artist. So whenever the Yamdutas used to go to catch him, he used to escape. He used to evade. So they were very much frustrated. What they told Yamraj, maybe it is high time, you should go and catch him. So Yamraj said, okay, how I come? So Yamraj, he took his vehicle. All of you know what Yamraj drives? Not your this thing, Toyota. So he rides on Buffalo. So this way, what happened when he came to know that Yamraj himself is coming? So he coined one idea. He told his house people. So he told, collect all the stool what people pass early morning in the village and apply that a small thick layer on my body. So feeling that scent, Yamraj will run away. He will not come near. So Yamraj is very intelligent. Okay, we may think we are more intelligent. So what happened? So Yamraj he caught one big fat pig. All of you know, goans, dukkar, right? So this way he told the pig, I am hosting a big feast. So he took the pig to that man's house and he told the pig that and later on Yamraji asked, yes, do you have any other ideas? He said, no sir. Thanks sir. So material world what we see until the fag end of life. Anyone knows what is fag end? So especially chain smokers, when the one cigarette is about to finish, they put on another cigarette with that ending cigarette. So this way material world, what we see, so everyone wants to escape the death, but death is going to come. So here, what we see, Bhagavatam, there are many events where we see, like there is one story of Ajami. Ajami was almost 90 years when the Yamdutas came to catch him. So what happened? In a fear, he called for his son, Narayan. So fortunately, he had done devotional service in his childhood. So he was saved by the Vishnu Dutas. And we have another instance of this applies to the people, modern people. Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra, he was living in Hastinapur like a house dog, Patu Kutta. So when Vidura he came to know, Dhritarashtra is always sitting with that king's dress and he doesn't want to leave the home. So Vidura he came and he chastised him. In Hindi there is a saying, लातों के गधे बातों से नहीं मानते. Dhritarashtra was so die hard. He didn't want to leave his chair. So what Vidura he told, see literally you are eating the leftover of Bhima. You are blind and your bodily three doshas, kapha, pitta, vata, MBA. All of you know what is MBA? Mucus, bile, air. Okay? So the death is standing behind. Anytime you may die. And what he said, okay? So this way he had to pull him out of the house. So in today's world, what we see, literally people they don't want to leave. They want to stick to their whatever they have until the end of life. So here Sukadeva Goswami then he answers what he explains that your question is very glorious and this question is being discussed by the sages in the past. Then further what he explains that in today's world, especially he explains those persons who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth, have many subject matters for hearing in human society. When I was kid, there was a movie, जीवन के है तीन निशान, रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान. आजकल है जीवन के है चार निशान, चौथा मोबाइल. मुझे नहीं चाहिए. Okay, times are changing. So what he explains, like in human society, have subjects matters for hearing in human society, and what he explains for a householder, his day is lost in earning and the night is lost in sleeping. So further he explains that persons devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers, that is a family, like body, children, wife, all those sufficiently experienced. What is sufficiently experienced means, so how many of you have gone to crematorium? Smashan, chalo, मालूम है ना? So we come to know is हम highly use of Smashan Vaira, but when we come home we literally forget. So material world we have the experiences, my grandfather, great grandfather, my father. So everyone has gone, I do have to go one day, but we don't consider that. So also in Ishopanishad there is a nice verse, Eke Chatma Hano Jana. It explains that the killer of the soul, whosoever he may be, must enter into the planets of known as the world of the faithless. So there are 28 kinds of hells, Yamaraj, where he is ruling, and literally those who are in the material world completely engrossed in materialistic activities, so they are being transferred over there. So also in Agni Puran there is one verse where it explains in material world there are two kinds of people. So one is devotee, the other is demoniac. So the demoniac they are called Grahamedi. So he completely engrossed in maintaining his house and his society, his members, all his dear ones. So Katha there is one verse, Uttista Jagrita Prapyam Varam Nibodha. So there it is mentioned that now you have achieved the rare human form of life. Please go through the path of self-realization. So it is mentioned, although it is very difficult, the life is sharp like a razor's edge. That is the opinion of learned transcendental scholars. So there will be so many problems in life, but still we have to go through the reality of life. So there is a saying, life is a preparation, death is a final examination. Okay? Like if you go to an aviation flying school, so they will teach you how to fly an aircraft, how to land. So when you have to give the exam, they will tell now you fly your own plane and you have to land on your own. So material world, we have come alone and we will go alone. So our dear, they will not go with us. So now Prabhupada he writes in material world, the whole world is full of question and answers from the birds, bees to man, all are busy in the matter of perpetual questions and answers. So this is very long, just to make it concise. So from the birds, animals, humans, wherever you go, everyone is making questions. Okay? Nowadays you have like, dislike, comment in your Facebook, whatever it is, WhatsApp, all nonsense. So who cares? So this way, material world, our life is lost in just asking so many questions. But unless Prabhupada writes in the end that satisfaction of the soul can only be obtained by questions and answers on the subject of Krishna. So when we ask questions related to Krishna, what is our relationship with Krishna, then only the soul can become peaceful. Okay? So now, as I told, Atmaha, the title is given for today's class. So in Bhagavatam 11th canto, Krishna tells Uddhava one verse, very nice verse. So in the end it is mentioned, Na Taretsa Atmaha. It is mentioned this human body, which is very rare achievement, can award all benefits in life, is automatically obtained by all the laws of nature. Although it is very rare achievement, this human body can be compared to a perfectly constructed boat having the spiritual master as the captain and the instructions of the Supreme Personal God as favorable winds impelling it on its course. Considering all these advantages, a human being who does not utilize his human life to cross the ocean of material existence must be considered as the killer of his own soul. So what we see today in material world, literally people are so much engrossed in materialistic activities. Like tomorrow people will celebrate 31st until midnight, they will boost whatever they like. So again a new year will come. So but Bhagavatam Sukadeva Goswami explains, Ayur Harti Vai Pumsam Udayan Astanchayanaso. Like with the rising and setting of the sun, one day of life is lost. So tomorrow midnight, 1 year is lost. Okay, we have already spent 365 days. But tomorrow at midnight, so what we'll consider is 1 year is lost. So that way, what is happening, we are coming towards the fag end of life. And one day, we have to quit this body. So our body is considered like a nicely built boat, and the spiritual master is the captain. Usually the captain, he takes the boat the way he wants to take. And all the Vedic scriptures, they are like wind. In olden time there used to be sailboat. Anyone knows what is sailboat? They used to have this thing, 2-3 sails by which the wind which is being carried, the boat is being carried. And it is mentioned that it is a very rare, human life is not so easily achieved. So throughout Srimad Bhagavatam, countless verses are there where it is mentioned that Labdva Sudurlabham Idam Bhavu Sambhavante. A human form of life is not so easy. It is obtained after crossing over 84 lakh species of life. Okay. Now here you see this is the ocean in which all the dead bodies they are going across, and you see a person, somebody is giving him a hand. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam vekti tatvataha. So what you see, this is a big ocean where the material dead bodies they are being washed off. So I remember in 2013 in Kedarnath there was this thing, cloud bursting. Okay, and literally what happened, the mountains they turned into river of this thing of stones and mud. So a good number of people died, and from Kedarnath to Ganga Sagar, it is 1600 kilometers length, and a good number of bodies they literally got drowned until there. So we can imagine material world. Literally, people are dying every day, but those who are living, they don't bother. Yes. So also, Prahlad Maharaj, what he explains, Durlabha Manusham Janma Tad Api Dhruvam Arthadam. What Prahlad Maharaj explains to his schoolmates, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age of childhood to practice activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Sarvamapyasya dharmasya tranayeto mahato bhaya. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains, even if one does a little devotional service, so he will be taken away from the fear of death. So similarly, in the Bhagavatam 11th canto, there is one pastime. Again, I will make it concise. So there was one king Nimi. So one time, 9 Yogendras, now Yogendra, they were visiting him, and each one he asked one question. Each one. And he asked one Yogendra out of that 9. So his name was Karabhajan. So he asked, and can you tell me about the rarity of human life? So what he explains, Durlabha Manusha Deho Dehunam Kshanabhangura Tatrapi Durlabha Manne Vaikunta Priyadarshana. So what he explains, for the conditioned souls, the human body is most rare and very difficult to achieve. It can be lost any moment. So what we see sometimes, we say, "Arey, kahan tak bade laho, aaj gelo." Okay. So the death can come anytime. Okay. But I think that even those who have achieved human life rarely gain the association of pure devotees who are dear to the Lord of Vaikuntha. So as I told you, the human population in this world is 800 crore. Okay? So there are 200 countries. So in how many countries people are practicing Krishna consciousness? Maybe 120, 25 countries. Not 100%. Maybe 1% of the people. So now, ISKCON or other devotees who are doing devotion to Krishna, what is the percentage of people? No, I don't think even 1% people are Krishna conscious in this world. So literally 899 crore people, they have got human form of life, but they are least bothered. Yes, this life will be lost. So that way it is mentioned that Durlabha Mano Devo. But in devotional service, to get the association of devotees, that is very rare. That we have to always keep in mind. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he explains, Bahunam Janamnam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudevam Sarviti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So after many birth and death, one who is fortunate enough, so he comes to know, yes, Krishna is the cause of all causes. So in Prabhupada in one Hindi lecture, he mentions that जब एक व्यक्ति का दिमाग ठिकाने में आ जाता है, and sometimes we reset the phone, company reset it, and when the phone gets hanging, so what you do, you push some buttons and you reboot the phone. So similarly, what Prabhupada explains, when one comes to the understanding, yes, there is no way out, then he comes to devotional service. So in Bombay, about 20 years back, somebody wrote one book, Kadambari, Kaal ke upar ro. Kiske upar ro? Literally stopping the time. So is there anyone who can stop the time? No. In Niti Shastra there is one nice verse, Kala pachati bhutani, Kala samhrte praja, Kalo sukteshu jagrati, Kalo hi durita krama. Kala pachati bhutani means literally the time it digests everyone. Like Kal is called Kala Sarpa. If a snake takes something in the mouth, it will digest everything. Okay? Kala samhrte praja means literally time kills everyone. Kala Sukteshu Jagrati means although we may go to sleep, that watch is sleeping. So what we say, we may go to sleep, but the watch will not sleep. When you go to sleep, you switch off the light, fan, sometimes AC if it is winter. But do you switch off the watch? Do you take out the cell? No. That you can't do. Okay. So this way, what we see, Kalo hi durita kama. The time cannot be overcome. So this Kadambari goes like this. So in Bombay there was one underworld don, and his son was getting married. So what happened, on a big stadium ground, big decoration was there. A good number of MPs, MLAs, VIPs were coming, and this person, he was receiving them, and he saw literally one very ugly looking person in complete black cloth. He came there and he said, I am your death. मैं आपका काल हूँ. I have come to take you. So in his Bombay language he said, hey, दिखता नहीं क्या? अपन बम्बई का दादा है. So what he said, I don't discriminate. For me everyone is. So he said, देखो मेरे लड़के का शादी हो रहा है. इतने बड़े बड़े डिग्नेटरीज हैं इधर उधर. कितना चाहिए बताओ. He said, रिश्वत नहीं चलेगा. So this way there was back and forth, back and forth. So then Khan, he said, okay, I think you are really a highly wanted person in this material world. So Prabhupada also writes in one Bhagavatam purport. So while he was in Allahabad, so that time one person, he was a big industrialist, and he came to a doctor and he was literally begging the doctor, मेरे 3 साल उम्र बढ़ाओ. So the doctor said, I am not a god, I don't have any stamp paper, I can't extend your life, it is up to the Lord. So the car personified, he said, okay, I'll give you 1 year extension, but meantime you have to kill murder someone. He said, एक क्यों मैं 1000 murder कर दूँगा. I'll take care, don't worry. So he took a long breath. So everything was closed down for that day. So this way, what happened after 1 year, again he was celebrating another event because his son's wife, she gave birth to a child, and they were doing the ceremony, birth ceremony. So this day he was afraid today that person Kal may come. So everything went well. Night 11 o'clock he went to bed, and what happened? His wife, she did all winding up, and she came and she knocked at the door. So what he thought, maybe this Kal has come to take me. He perceived like that. His perception was like that. So what he thought, okay, let me kill the Kal, killer of me, let me kill the Kal. So his ancestral, there were 2 swords hanging in his house. So he took one sword, and what he thought, let me kill the Kal. And he opened the door, literally he pushed the axe in his wife's stomach. So the Kal was standing about 4 feet behind. So he said, yes, मेरी बिल्ली मुझे मैं आऊँ. I gave you 1 year extension and you want to kill me. So material world, that is the end of that Kadambari. Actually the person who wrote, he wanted to explain how people, they want to run away from death, but they can't escape. So here what we see, even to get the association of devotees is very rare. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he explains, in Chaitanya Bhagavad there is one nice verse, Bharata Bhumite Haila Manushya Janma Janma Sartaka Kari Kara Para Upakar. So Janma Sartaka Kari Para Upakar means we have to understand what is self-realization. Kara Para Upakar means then we should preach others, unless we don't know what is the science of the soul. So in Vedanta Sutra, there is one verse, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. So in this human form of life, one has to inquire who he is, where from he has come, where he will go, what is his relationship with God. So unless one inquires about this, one's life is wasted. Like in material world, people are literally wasting their time. Like in today, in India, every year 5 lakh students they appear for NEET. All of you know what is NEET? Anyone appearing here? Okay. So out of 5 lakh, 50,000 students they get qualified. How many? So what is the ratio of 50,000? 5%. Okay. So India has how many IIT? The fifth is coming up. There are 4 IITs. Okay. So what are the vacancies available? 5,237. 5,237. So what is the ratio? From 5 lakh, hardly 5,000 they are selected a year. Okay, very rare achievement. And those who all get selected, those who pass IIT and all, they want to go abroad, isn't it? So wherever you go, the death will follow from behind. Okay? In the Quran there is one nice story. So again this is Emra's story. So one time one parrot he was pecking at a fruit and Emraji was going. So Emraji he saw Tirchi Nazar, side glance. So Emraji gave him a side glance. Hey, tu hiccup kar raha hai. So literally he got hiccup. Mala lagli punachi ghuski. Emraji ghuski. So he ran to Garuda. Garuda ko kaha, it's very urgent, important. I want to cross the 7 oceans. There are 7 oceans mentioned in Bhagavatam. Garuda said, don't worry, by tomorrow morning you will be there. Sit on my back. So Garuda, all of you know, he took him across the 7 oceans and he brought him to one island and there was a big cave. He said, thank brother. So I will go and take a nice rest. Now I am out of Yavraj's touch. So the moment the parrot went inside that cave, so there was a big noise. The sound was like somebody caught his neck. So Garuda thought, what happened? So he looked behind. So Yamraji caught that parrot by neck. So he asked Yamraji, yes, what is the cause? Why you are putting him in trouble? So Yamraji said, I was in anxiety. Yesterday I saw him there. I was thinking his death is and he's supposed to die here. How come he's eating fruit over there? All of you getting? So wherever we are destined to die, so we'll arrive there. There is a saying in Hindi, वो जब भी गीदड़ की मौत होती है तो शेर की तरफ भागता है. So this is a material world. People they are running here and there, but when the death comes, so it will not come giving warning. So again here what we see in the 11th canto, Labdva Sudurlabam Idam Bhausambhavante. After many births and death, one achieves the rare human form of life, which although temporarily affords one the opportunity to attain the highest perfection. Thus, a sober human being should quickly endeavor for the ultimate perfection of life, as long as his body, which is always subject to death, has not fallen down and died. After all, sense gratification is available in all the forms of life. Okay? So now, Padma Puran mentions there are 84 lakh species of life. Water 9 lakh species, trees and creepers 20 lakh, then all insects 11 lakh, then animals 10 lakhs, birds, animals 30 lakh, and human form of life there are 4 lakh. So what Prabhupada, he tells one story. This story, the title is Punar Mushika Bhava, again become a rat. So Prabhupada, he tells one story. So in one forest there was a sage sitting underneath a tree. A mouse came running, bachao, bachao, bachao. So the sage asked, yes, what happened? The cat is chasing me. So what I should do? Make me a cat. Okay, tathastu. So he ran off. So after a few days, again he came running, the cat. So he asked Sadhu, bachao, save me. So what happened? The dogs, they are chasing me. Okay, what should I do? Make me a dog. Okay, tathasthu. So he went off. So again after a few days, he came running to the sadhu and he said, now the tiger is chasing me. So what I should do? So make me a tiger. The sadhu said, okay, I'll make you tiger. So from rat, he made him a tiger. So when he became a tiger, he was looking at the sadhu. So he was licking his tongue and he was looking at sadhu. And the sadhu said, yes, why you are looking at me like this? I want to eat you. He said, अरे मेरी बिल्ली मुझे मैं हूँ. From a rat I made you tiger. He said, okay, again become a rat. That is the situation of materialistic people. So when Prabhupada he went to USA in 70s, some people they used to live in some places where used to they live without any cloth. What Prabhupada said, although they have got this human form of life and they are living this kind of life. Okay, this is endless. This is a very long topic. So let us now look at a video. Today mankind. So now he is doing your bye-bye. So this is a man of the year 2023 coming year. Okay, see what he will do. His achievements. Have a look. Okay. Next. Utility is the principle. So today what mankind thinks he can do anything. Now a murgi which takes 1 year, he is growing it in 3 months. Sunday हो या Monday, रोज खाओ अंडे, फिर खाओ यमराज जी के डंडे. So now he is frying that chicken. So this is an award-winning movie. So it's very small, not a big one. Now Bakra. So हमसे जो टकराएगा मिट्टी में मिल जाएगा. And nowadays we see, because you are living in Goa, I don't know how much Goa they throw trash in the ocean, and we take kill so many tons of fish. So further, so the most dangerous animal on this earth today is the human being. Cutting trees for papers. And I don't know how many cities they are making smart city in Goa. Goa is a small state. See, all this ultra modern, from casino to so many things. So what we think we are advancing, and literally what we see in today's world, there are so many things they are doing auto packing with so many chemicals. That's all carcass. Dead matters we are eating, literally those are living in the city. And what we think we have done a big achievement. Here we see, in today's world there are more than million plus varieties of chemicals used in all, from pharmaceutical to food industry, and every city has a garbage hill. You see this? Even if you go to villages, you will find the garbage hills. So this is the situation of the world, not only India, wherever you go, almost. And what we think is we have achieved everything. So now, if we do this kind of things, then there will be corona, some other disaster will be there. Because only human being is doing all these things. So now see this coronavirus, they are coming. And what they say, okay, he has done too much nuisance, and let's give him some nice kicks. Aajao, beta. So they give him nice kick. Chalo, wind up. In Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna explains, Ehi santasya bhoga dukkha yena evate adhyantavanta kaunteya na teshu ramate bhoga. An intelligent person does not take part in the source of misery which are due to contact with material senses, O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end, so the wise man does not delight in them. So this person is smoking, and what you will get? Throat cancer. So in 1950s, there were hardly known 10 cancers. Now 2023. In last 70 years, the cancer has multiplied. Now there are 500 plus varieties of cancers. Thanks to the, what you say, industrial civilization. 1802, last 200 years, 220 years. Whatever we have done, industrial civilization, we are paying for that. Okay? So we'll end because almost 5 minutes left. Anyone has any question regarding today's? Today we spoke about the rarity of human life, and literally people are killing themselves. Atmaha. Such people, they are called Atmaha. So Bhagavatam, I have compiled about 20-25 verses on the rarity of human form of life. So this Vedanta Sutra explains Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Now therefore one should inquire into the absolute truth. Hare Krishna. No one has any question regarding today's? So this is a par with your New Year resolution. Every year you hear so many resolutions. So I need not to speak about New Year resolutions, whatever. So this is the same on that line. This today's topic. कोणाला किती प्रश्नच नाही? कोणाला काही प्रश्न नाही? सगळ्यांना कळून आलं? Okay. Now you should know this. Yes. Life can be lost anytime. So every day you go to sleep. Who's running your breathing? Somebody is running your breathing, isn't it? So if the Lord says today, okay, now the next year is coming, I am very busy. Tomorrow onwards you have to breathe on your own. So what will happen? Ram Naam Satya. If you go to sleep, you have to be extra cautious, isn't it? Otherwise, now there will be a rush for oxygen machine, which will supply oxygen on its own. So the doctors, they can promise you anything. In 1972, 50 years back, there was one very reputed person, highly reputed person. His name was Walt Disney. All of you know Walt Disney. You have seen Mickey Mouse. Okay, very famous. If you go to USA, there is a Disneyland. So when he was dead, before that, the doctors, they went to him. What they said, we can bring back to life dead person. So give us $200 crore. He said, okay, that is not big money for me. He told the lawyer, okay, what is to be done? So your body will keep under our custody, and next 50 years we are going to do something by hook or crook. We will make a dead man again alive. So now this year is 2022, 50 years gone. Somebody raised this issue. Where is the body of Walt Disney? Because those doctors who promised, they also have died. Okay, in 1970s, America, what they said, we went to the moon. Those who had gone, the astronomers, almost all of them are died. Okay, so that time they promised, we'll take you there for honeymoon. We can give you a plot there. You can do your housing, so many things. But as far as now, almost 50 years gone, nothing has happened. Now they want to go to the Mars. Okay, they can't go to the moon, whatever it is. So material world, it is like what Prabhupada says, empty check, post-dated check. So what Prabhupada one time he said, this hen is a better scientist, Murgi. So anyone knows what came first, the hen or the chicken? Any scientist here? Nobody's? Okay. Hare Krishna. If there is no question, then we will take one bhajan. Sri Prabhupada ki Jai. Tulsi Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Jano Vamado